My name is Celesté Kiernan.
And I'm Mike Robertson.
We're here with you today to talk about why on-premise storage still matters and what's in it for you.
That's right. It's not all just about the cloud.
But I thought everybody was moving to the cloud.
Reality check. Hybrid is the dominant model. There's a lot of different reasons why you might be in cloud, but there's also reasons why you don't want to be in cloud. And it really depends on where the data is going to sit, what the purpose of it is. You have latency issues, compliance, costs, a whole number of reasons why cloud might not make sense. On the other hand, there are a lot of reasons why cloud may make sense. And we're going to talk about those reasons today.
So what does that look like for real for the end users?
Right. So for most users that we're talking to now, it really comes down to a hybrid environment where they have workloads running on-premise and workloads that are in cloud. And each of them have a different reason for where the data sits. In a scenario where we might have on-prem storage for VMware, AI analytics, or workloads that need high performance, higher IOPS, those might be better suited for on-prem. If we have scenarios like backup is a great use case for cloud where you could have your second tier sit or data that's not frequently accessed in the cloud. Those are all great reasons for cloud. But really, at the end of the day, it depends on the data and how the data is going to be used. So there does have to be some thought given into that.
So what you're saying is it really depends on the data and how you want to use it. A technical resource once told me that data that is accessible but insecure is suspect, but data that is secure and inaccessible is useless.
That's right. That's right. Exactly. And actually, before we get too much further, I just wanted to level set on the market.
What do you mean by that?
Well, some people may have read that there is a large addressable market for disaggregated infrastructure. And just so I can level set what that means, over the last 10 years or so, there's been a slight change in terms of how organizations utilize and see this. So hyperconverged was all the buzz, 10 years ago or so. But after a while, we've kind of come to the conclusion that hyperconverged might not sit for every customer, might not be a good fit for every customer. And so we've sort of moved back to this disaggregated infrastructure whereby your compute is separate from your storage and you can scale each a little bit more independently.
Oh, thanks so much, because you said a whole lot of words that I knew separately, but I didn't understand together.
Exactly. So essentially, if I could clarify, what that really means is there's an 80% of our total addressable market now, or an 80% of the market available for us, where Dell sits at about 20% of that. So really, that's going to leave us with an estimate, and this is, I think it was IDC or somebody said that there's about 15 billion an opportunity
Billion?
up for grab. Billion.
With a B? All right.
Yeah.
So that means there's money to be made for our partners in positioning Dell storage to their end users.
Exactly. So we can pause now and I'll just kind of explain at a high level where our portfolio might be for Dell. So I'm going to start with PowerStore. So PowerStore is what I would consider now to be Dell's flagship storage array. It's been out now for 5 years. In those 5 years, there's been 7 major updates. So it's definitely getting a lot of R&D. Can scale up, scale out. It's really the best fit for a lot of new customers. It could do NAS and block. There's also PowerMax, which is definitely meant for our higher end enterprise customers. Ultra high performance, mission critical workloads, excellent data services. Then there's PowerScale, which is our Dell's scale out NAS meant for unstructured data. We'll do file protocols only, so NFS, SMB, S3, that kind of thing. And then we have Unity, which is our unified storage for Dell, which is great for traditional workloads. Very simple, so we can combine NAS and block into one platform. Unity would be good if you needed hybrid, so you didn't need all flash NVMe, you needed maybe a mix of flash and spinning disk. And then there's PowerFlex, which is really software-defined storage. Meant for hyperconverged flexibility. It can be used in the cloud as well. So AWS and Azure you can actually subscribe to PowerFlex right in those clouds. And then PowerVault, which is our more entry level block only package. So it has a great fit for a lot of our customers as well.
Well, that seems like a lot more than 31 flavors. Like, how do I know what to offer?
Yeah, it's you're right. It's a little more than 31 flavors. And I only touched the surface, but there's a lot of different offerings, of course, and really it comes down to what does the user need, right? So there's a way that we would kind of come to that conclusion, and it's what is the performance? What are they using? Is it file? Is it block? What's their growth rate? Do they have any budget constraints? PowerStore will usually fit in most cases, but we would pivot if it's not the best fit. Now may be a good time to mention a few tools that Dell has. One is called Live Optics. So when we're engaged in an opportunity with our partners, the first thing we would do is run Live Optics. That will fill in the gaps in a lot of the questions that we have, such as, what is my IOPS? I need to know my IOPS so I know what storage I'm positioning. What's my block size? There's a whole bunch of other pieces of information we might need. So we'll run that. We'll have a consultative sort of discussion with the partner through their customer. And get kind of all the information that we need.
So it's sounding like the scale is tipping in the direction of empty pockets on the end user and partner side.
Not necessarily. I did mention briefly before when I was talking about the PowerVault, which is Dell's entry-level storage array. We have seen configurations fairly low. In fact, maybe even as low as 6K. So definitely doable. I know there is a misconception that Dell is meant for higher-end enterprise customers. That's not true. There really is, a software platform or a hardware platform for storage that will fit for most customers. So it's really about identifying what the use case is, maybe even helping them uncover use cases where the storage can be used.
All right. So tell me more. I'm listening.
Right. So if the customer is using Dell in multiple sites, for example, maybe they have some cloud already, maybe they have some on-prem. Dell's whole mentality is from edge to core to cloud. So it's really a strategy of providing infrastructure and solutions that span from edge devices to central data centers and to cloud environments. It allows the businesses to manage their IT infrastructure, data processing, and applications across different locations, from remote sites, public, private cloud. So we're really focusing now on outcomes, not just hardware.
So it's like having really good internet service, but then having a 10-year-old router. It doesn't really matter what your upload and download speeds are when the hamster's just turning in the wheel.
That's a really good way of putting it, actually.
Well, how else would you put it?
Well, let me show you how Dell might accelerate your data strategy.
Like, what else you got?
Well, first of all, everybody likes to make money. At the end of the day, that's why we're all here.
Correct.
So selling storage, number one, will help us increase our margins. You can sell storage at a higher margin. Dell has a number of aggressive promotions. Usually quarterly they're released. We have the capability to do tailor-made for most arrays. So PowerStore, for example, Unity, ME, along with necessary switching that you might need, can all be included by tailor-made. We have a number of other incentives. For example, My Rewards. Within My Rewards, number one, as a partner, if you're not sure what My Rewards is, please reach out to our Dell team so we can explain this in more detail. But you can get My Rewards. I think it's up to 16% added to your My Rewards for competitive swap. We have stackable rebates if you have reached gold tier. So, for example, base margin, services, and a number of other things can get added to that. As a partner, you have access to a plethora of training, other tools, access to our resources here at Ingram, such as myself, to help you with pre-sales and other type of guidance. And there's a number of other benefits as well that our team would be happy to explain, so please reach out.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. So what do our partners have to do to get these benefits?
Right, so number one would obviously be signing up for things like My Rewards that I explained earlier. If you have any type of opportunity at all that you're not sure of, if it might qualify, if it's a good fit, even where to start. I mean, that's where our team at Ingram can help you. So number one, the first thing would be, let's help you get a deal registered to protect the margin for you. Make sure that you have access to all of the necessary training in the partner portal, and any other type of guidance with regards to how to handle those things, we'd be happy to help.
Also, you just said you can also reach out to Mike and the rest of the team.
Exactly. And I'm here to help. So again, thank you, everybody. I'm Mike Robertson.
I'm Celesté Kiernan.
Until next time, keep driving the conversation forward with Dell.